And there we have it, punt of the day. So it's 6:30 in the morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, which means one thing and one thing only. It's car boot time. Right, let's get into the thick of it. Right, let's get straight into it. I don't really know what I'm looking at today. Kind of want some VHS players, I'm not going to lie. The fact there are some VHS tapes there might mean we might be lucky. And look what we have found. Hopefully a VHS player, which it is. Not a sort of top of the range one, but should still be worth a good chunk of change if the price is right. £5? Yeah, I think we'll take that. How much you got on that, bud? How much you got on that? £5. I'll take that, please. How much you got on this one as well? £5. Cool. I'll take both of them, please. Well, that was a nice couple of buys there, wasn't it? Excuse me, mate. How much you got on your deaden? How much you got on this, bud? Your deaden? Hello, mate. How much you got on that, bud? We've done one row, and I'm going to have to go back to the car because we've absolutely filled the IKEA bag. How much you got on your radio, mate? Sorry. How much on the radio? Sorry? How much on the radio? 25. Yeah. And there we have it. Punt of the day. Oh, I do really well with Sony recorders. So, yeah, depends how much you want on that. This is also pretty nice Sony tape deck mini disc with brand new mini discs. That's a wanna. See how much you want on that. Yeah, unfortunately, just a little bit out of our price range, which is fair enough. It is what it is. So, yeah, happy days. How much are you walking boots? How much are these? Oh. 5. Yeah, I'll take them, please. Another IKEA bag full, so we need to go back to the car. Maybe, just maybe, we need to invest in a car boot trolley. How much you got on that? How much? 1? And this one? 1? Yeah, I'll take them. Bosh. Yeah, I know Donkey Kong is a 20 quid game. Not sure about Toy Story, just put £1 each. Surely, I can't go wrong with that, right? How much on your Polaroid pop thing? That's 30. And how much is this? That's 20. 20. Can I have a look at that one? Yeah. I spotted it. How much you got on the VHS, mate? Yeah, 2. How much you got on it? Is that a Blu-ray? Or was it just a normal DVD? I'll take that for £5, boss. How much you got on your stud earrings? Yeah, I'll take them. Yeah, I'll do 4 on that, thank you. How much you got on your baby carrier, buddy? 40. Is it? Is that how much they are now? This little set of books could be the buy of the day. And we only paid 12 quid for it. Oh, I do love a VHS player today. How much you got on this, mate? £5. 5. Yeah, I'll take that. Yep. That's alright. How much you got on the keyboard? £5. Yep, we'll take that. So we're just rooting through the sort of bag of plushes, and I believe this is the Sidemen plush, but it's missing its clothing. If it had its clothing, it would have been worth an absolute fortune. But it doesn't, so I'm not too sure. But he is cute, and he's good quality, so I might just take him home just to put on the side of my bed. Yeah, we're not going to do that, but it's a shame. If it did have its clothing, would have definitely picked that up. Just picked up a Wii for a tenner. Picked up more for the controllers, to be honest, but it's got a few games and it's got a couple of wheels, so maybe Mario Kart's inside. If it is, happy days. If not, like I said, picked it up mainly because it's got 3 or 4 controllers. And for a tenner, you can't grumble at that. Oh, yeah, the car's looking a bit full. That's got to be one of our bestest, longest, biggest car boots ever. Genuinely, I think I think there's going to be a lot of money to be made. So, with that being said, let's go through the haul. But before we do get to the haul, we have at least, I think, 3 items well over £200. So, you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. It's been about 2 weeks since this haul. Yeah. So we've completely forgot some of the prices. We know how much we spent overall, which was £320 for everything that you're going to see. It's probably our biggest, bestest, greatest, longest car boot we've ever done. We spent like nearly 4 hours at the car boot, but it was well worth it. So £320, and we're going to start off with this Kodak camera in its case. It's the Easy Share XS. Looking at sold, should be able to get anywhere between like 25 to 40, depending if it works. I have no worries it working. It does come with a 256 megabyte card. Unfortunately, it's not a Fujifilm one. If it was, that would have probably been sold separately, but should be able to get at least 30 quid back from that. We then have these two beauties. Look at the size of these. We have a Squishmallow and we have a Kenji plush. Don't see Kenjis too often, but they are super stuffed and beautiful. That is the tag you want to be on the lookout for. Kenji and a Squishmallow. We've probably all heard of Squishmallows before, but that is the tag you are on the lookout for. These two are selling for about £15 each, so there's 30 quid back in the kitty. Paid a couple of quid for this. This is a D² cap. I love the sort of like trucker rustic feeling going on here with all the rips and tears and stuff. That is sick. Nice little design. D², absolutely beautiful brand to be on the lookout for. They are heavily fake, so make sure you do your checks. Should be at least 25 quid now that the summer is here. Even though the weather doesn't feel like it's here, because 2 weeks after this, well, 2 weeks after the actual car boot, it's absolutely freezing. But 25 quid all day long. We then have this oopsie daisy. We have a stand, magnetic stand for this baby monitor. This is Angel Care. Angel Care do a lot of like fire equipment stuff and fire alarms and carbon monoxide, but they also do baby monitors, and the baby monitors hold a bit of value. All that being said, this should be able to be profit us about 30 quid. I think we paid like 4 quid and should be able to at least turn that 4 quid into 30, if not 35. But for the sake of this video, we're going to go with 30. A very nice bog standard Sony Blu-ray player. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the remote, but it has its power cable, which is really nice. Really sought after at the moment. We are selling Blu-rays all the time. We're selling them anywhere between like 25 to 150, depending on brand, model, 4K, 3D, and all that good stuff. If it records, this is a very basic one. This is the BDP S185. All that being said, like I said, unfortunately, it doesn't have the remote, which is annoying, but should be able to at least squeeze 25 quid out of it. We then have this really scary looking tiger thing. It actually works. The lady did show me it working, and it's absolutely horrifying. It's pretty scary. Let me see if I can get it to work. Like, what on earth is that? And his eyes will open as well. Look, ready? Nah, not about that life. If that's what toys have become nowadays, I'm out. I'm sorry, I'm out. But looking at eBay, you should be able to get like 30 quid for that, and we paid 4. Now, these are two beautiful cameras. These are Canon IXUS 185. Look at them. That is definitely one to be on the lookout for. These cameras sell all day long for 100. We'll go £150 all day long. I'll leave a couple of screenshots as we go along. £150 per one. They do come with 32 gigabyte SanDisk ones, which we probably will include with the camera just to make ours stand out a little bit more. And then ones aren't worth too much on their own. So we've got a black one and a silver one, 150 quid each, which is £300 from 50p. You're not even going to believe it. Yeah, we paid 50p per one. Hopefully they do work. We just need to buy well, we've got a testing charger kit here, which will test the batteries on and charge them up. Unfortunately, we can't sell it with the battery charger because we need it for testing, but should be a pretty standard job, that, to be fair. They're not anything unusual. They're a 3.6 volt battery pack, and we've got a sort of universal charger unit with us that we can test these two on. But 150 quid each if they're working. If they're not working, there's still money in a 50p investment. We then have a Sky Q box, and to be honest, a massive shout out to Dan Sells a Lot of Tap, because he put me onto these, and he sells them really well. And he's told us to like look out for the hard drive inside. This clearly has a hard drive in there, and I can't quite work out which one it is just yet. But yeah, people buy these for the hard drives. People buy these obviously because it's a Sky Q box, and there's some good value in them. Like, it should easily be like 40 quid. It comes with a viewing card, which I don't think matters too much, if I'm honest. This is a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is crazy. You could probably strip that out and sell that as a computer part, because people will buy that for computer. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive. Paid £3 for that, and it comes with its remote. For the sake of this video, I'm going to say about 40 to 50 quid added to the total. So definitely be on your Sky Q, and a massive shout out to Dan Sells, a lot of tats. Then have this huge Wii bundle set. Look at that beautiful thing. Paid £10, well, £13 because it came with 2 Wii consoles. We have tons of games, including Guitar Hero World Tour, Just Dance 3, Wii Fit, Hannah Montana, Battalion Wars 2. The games are pretty bog standard. We should get at least 70 quid back from the console, bundled up with 5 games. We sell them all year round for £35 each. That's with a Wii, a controller, all the cables, and 5 video games. 70 quid from this box. Genuinely, when we emptied the cart, we had no idea what this was, who bought it, if it was me or my partner, but yeah, 15 quid all day long. A bread and butter item here, a Berghaus plum coloured fleece. Should be able to get 20 quid back from that. We have 2 pieces of Zara, but the reason why we picked up the Zara stuff is because this one here is that they're both actually full 100% wool. This is a nice knitted cardigan. It's one of them cardigans that look like will probably itch you to death, but should be able to get at least 25 quid for that one, and 25 quid for this sort of like almost tweed styled jacket, but both really nice condition, really nice sizes, UK 12, and should be £25 each. So that's 50 quid back from the £320 that we spent this morning. This is one of our early pickups of the day. This is a Denon 3CD changer. I don't know why I went like that. Every time I pick up Denon, I always have the urge to go, Denon. But that's looking like at least £60 to £75 back from that. Obviously, we need to test it. Unfortunately, this video is probably going to be very, very long, so I'm not going to have any testing stuff. But what I would say is if you are buying electronics, it's super, super important that you pay very, very minimal, because if it doesn't work, your money should be safe because you've spent very, very minimal. I spent like, I think it was like 10-20 quid. So like I said, if it doesn't work, my money is okay, but if it does work, it'll be a juicy bonus. £75 back, fully tested and working, if it's tested and working, that is. Keeping up appearances, brand new and sealed. This will be going to Amazon, and this sells all day long on Amazon for £22, which will profit me at least 12 quid after what I paid for, after all fees and postage to Amazon and storage fees that Amazon charge you. So yeah, nice, easy, profitable. Lob that in a box, off it pops to Amazon, and then I don't have to do anything after that. Love this brand, don't see it too often, but this is Jack Wolfskin. I'll show you the actual inner label. There we go. Jack Wolfskin is a really, really good brand to be on the lookout for. It is a nice padded jacket. Look at that. £25 all day long. We then have something for the winter. This is a North Face jacket. We'll put this in our winter pile and then list it when it gets closer to winter time. Should be at least 35-40 quid in the winter. It's really nice condition. It's black. It's a women's size large. No, men's size large, sorry. So it's perfect size. And it's got no rips, no tears, nothing. Really good condition. We'll save that for the winter, but for the sake of the total of this video, we're going to go 35 quid. We then have 2 video games. Do I ever pick up Nintendo Game Boy Colors? Look at that. That is crazy. Donkey Kong is worth a fair chunk of change. I think I saw solds of 20 quid. Paid £1. Unfortunately, Toy Story is a little bit of fail. It's only actually worth 5 quid. But they come with their original Nintendo plastic cases, which is really, really nice. Going to list them with them probably, make my listing stand out, and then hopefully push the sale through. But I can't actually even open them, so great success. For the 2, we're going to go £25 for the 2. Look at this. This is Armani Calzone, or Calzone, or Calzone, whatever it is. It's Armani. It's beautiful. This is wool and downfill. Again, another one for the winter box, which will bring out sort of like October-ish time, and then we'll get it all listed. So I think the prices on eBay are looking very, very low on these, but in the winter, I think we should be able to get at least 40, 50, 60 quid. Let's go in the middle and say 50. It's a beautiful, beautiful, like almost padded look, but it's not padded. It's just absolutely beautiful wool, downfill, all that good stuff. All the stuff that you want to be looking on the lookout for. But yeah, 50 quid all day long. Well, we know it would be a rummage around video if we didn't pick up a VHS player. Look at that. This is a Bush VHS player. It's just a standard VHS player. It doesn't do anything fancy or anything like that. If tested and fully working, should be able to get 35, pushing 40 quid with that, because it does come with the remote. And I do want to stress this remote adds so much value to the haul, to the actual listing. So if you do find these with a remote, then perfect, pick them up, because if the VHS player doesn't work, the remote is probably worth at least sort of £8 to £10. But this does have its remote and should be able to push at least 40 quid if working. Again, I haven't tested it. We paid £2 for this horse riding helmet. It's from the brand Gatehouse, made in England. It's a size medium helmet. It's in really nice condition. It's probably only been worn a handful of times. All that being said, should be able to push at least 40 quid for this, and we'll probably get that listed, well, probably today. It's in good conditions, ready to list. Might just need a little wipe down. Solid as a rock. What's that? Another VHS? Yes, it is. This one's a Goodman's. I don't think I picked any VHS players that aren't basic this time around, but Goodman's, decent little brand, to be fair. Sold really well before Goodman stuff. This is the VN98505. Should be able to push, again, 35 quid, because this one doesn't have a remote. Just hopefully it works. Super duper easy to test. Stick a VHS player inside there, press a few buttons, and have an absolute nostalgia overload, because I tell you what, they just don't make them like they used to, do they? Like Blu-ray 4K and all that is really good, but I still don't think you can beat VHS tape. Like back in the day, it used to be the thing, didn't it? Like, I love it. It's got auto tracking, it's got on-screen display, it's a 4-head one, and it should sell very quickly, because a lot of mechanics and convenience stores and all that, they still run a lot of their CCTV off VHS players. So it's definitely one to be on the lookout for. And I always pick them up when I see them, because old school CCTV runs through this. Like I said, mechanics still use them. So yeah, all good. Oh, I'll tell you what, after holding that for that whole clip, my arms hurt. This is probably one of the buys of the day. This is a Milwaukee. We paid 25 quid. It's the M18 radio. I've actually had a look inside of it, and I think it's brand new, never been used. So I'm going to sell it as new open box. All that being said, it's at least 120 quid, which is crazy. I think it's DAB, and I think you can like hook up your phone to it. Is it DAB? It might not be DAB, actually. I think it's AM and FM only, but there's some mega value. If it was brand new, you're looking at like 200 quid. So I want to say at least easy 120, if not a little bit more. But yeah, and it's got its original box, which is super cool. People go mad for these, like builders and all that, and I think this is literally going to fly off the shelf. Nice sort of dry fit Nike cap. Should be able to get at least £15 for that. We then picked up this Fujifilm Fine Pix camera. The actual camera itself isn't worth a great deal, probably like 20 quid, but why we did pick it up is for this reason. The actual memory card is also worth about 20 quid. These are the ones I say all the time to be on the lookout for, the Fujifilm ones. These is the XL picture card. I'm not sure if the camera's actually going to pick it up very well at all, but hopefully you guys can make out what that's saying. This is a 16 megabyte, and that should be 20 quid as well. So you got 40 quid from just these two items, which I think is incredible, especially when that goes as a letter and weighs well under 100 grams. This is quite nice. This is a Thrasher magazine t-shirt. Don't tend to pick them up because I don't actually ever find them. I think it's legit. I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comment section below. I've never really picked these up before, so I wouldn't know too much. I just know Thrasher magazine has a bit of a following. It is a size small. It's like a navy colour with a nice little print of the Thrasher magazine t-shirt. Look at that. Beautiful. Size small. Let me know in the comment section if it's real. Because again, I don't pick them up, so I wouldn't know too much about them. I just know that it's pretty good. So we say like 20 quid just in case it isn't real. Let's add 20 quid to the total. This is a nice brand to be on the lookout for. It's Arn. Unfortunately, the label has come off a little bit, but it's a size large. It's a sort of half-quarter zip little pullover jumper. Nice colour, nice condition. It looks really nice condition from like first glances. Should be able to get at least 20 to 25 quid on that in the winter. Sort of perfect for the autumn, isn't it, really? Let me see if it's actually any... No, it's just 100% cotton. But should be able to get at least 25 quid in the autumn for that. But nice little piece, that, definitely. Another couple of items here. We have a grey, what is it? Oh, boosh! Jack Wolfskin. Look at that. Look at that embossment. Look at that. Beautiful. Love this brand. Like, genuinely love selling this brand. It sells super, super quick. But, like I said, I just don't find it very often. This is a size XL women's. Beautiful. Absolute stunning. Should be, again, a nice easy £20 to £25. A lot of these items of clothing are going to be like 22, but I think for easy maths we're just going to go 20 quid and just keep it nice and simple for myself and my editor. We then have a Berghaus fleece. Unfortunately, this one is a little bit bobbly, but nothing the old bobbler machine won't get out. We just need to be very careful when we are doing the bubble removal operation. It's a size large, really nice cream color. Again, 20 to 25 quid. I'm probably looking at about 22, but we'll go easy maths, 20 quid all day long. Now, this is a slightly better VHS machine. This is a Toshiba. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the remote, but it's got a little bit more to it. It actually records the VHS player as well, so that's always really nice. And you can tell that by having a little record button. Toshiba is obviously a better brand than Bush and Goodman's. It's a solid bit of kit. This is the 242 UK version. It probably plays just PAL, which it does. And I think it does NTSC as well. So this could be really, really nice. For the sake of this video, we're going to say 40 quid. May be able to push a little bit more, but I haven't done any research on some of these electronics for today's video. Just going off sort of my reselling, let's say my reselling nouse. Then have a pair of Diesel Industry jean denim shorts. So they'll be listed very, very, very quickly and probably sell pretty quick. They are a UK size 33. Made in Italy, which is perfect. That's what we want to see. Made in Italy, Diesel jeans. It's a shame they aren't jeans. It's just denim shorts, jean shorts, whatever you want to call them. But made in Italy always adds a little bit more value. Should be able to get at least 20 to 25 quid. Again, it's probably in that sort of bracket of around 22. But yeah, 20 quid. We then have this beautiful Karen Millen, sort of like jacket. It's almost like a rainproof jacket, but I don't obviously think it's going to be waterproof. I think it'll be splash proof, but it's just a nice black Karen Millen jacket. Get that listed. It's perfect for race days and all that good stuff, and evenings out and weddings and all that beautiful stuff. People love to get married in the summer, so we'll get that listed. It has got shoulder pads as well. Should be able to get at least £25 back from that. As we were leaving, we picked up these two beautiful cameras, and this one in particular is the creme de la creme. And you know what? We're going to start off with this one. This is a Sony Cybershot DSC HX90V, and it's a thing of beauty. You can flip the screen round. Look at that for some inception. I'm watching myself recording this through the lens and the screen of this. Absolutely crazy. Again, we haven't tested this, so I do want to stress that it does come with a 2 GB SanDisk card, which is a bit meh if you ask me, but the actual camera itself, like I said, we paid 20 quid for both, so like even if you said 10 quid each, if it's not even working, it's selling like for parts only for like 80 to 100, but if it does work, it's anywhere between 220 to £300. That's crazy. For the sake of this video, we're going to say £250. Pretty confident it's going to work. It's in really nice cosmetic condition. We just, again, need to charge the battery and see what is what. And then we picked up this one alongside it. This is a Panasonic Lumix Leica. Absolute beautiful condition again. Does it come with a card? Do you know what? Opening these things is like opening a Nintendo Wii bundle, because you never know what game you're going to get inside. But no card, unfortunately. Again, should be 100 quid if working. Parts only, we're looking at like 30 to 40 quid. So like £10 each. Money is definitely safe with that. We're going to go with the working value, because that's what we always have done and always will do. Yeah, 100 quid. Bosh. We then picked a Schleck sort of woolly mammoth thing, sort of like going through our inner master of pieces here. This little beauty, I say little, it's big, it's heavy, it's at least £20. So yeah, massive shout out to Master of Pieces. I'm sure you guys know who he is. He's an absolute freaking legend in the game. £20 all day long. A couple of Walkmans here. We've got a Sony one, again, untested. looks okay, looks pretty clean in the sort of battery compartment case. If that's working, it's at least 30 quid. And then we've got a Panasonic one, which if that's working, it's probably worth about £20. So not too bad. Happy days. We then have a brand new in its box ergonomic Microsoft sort of keyboard. The box is absolutely battered, so I probably won't even sell it with it. Brand new, never used, should be at least 35 quid. The ergonomic ones are the ones sort of with the raised middle, and they add so much value. It's unbelievable. What I mean by the raised middle is right in the middle, it'll go up and then back down, and should be at least £35. Still got 2 IKEA bags to go, which is absolutely crazy. We have another one of these Panasonic sliding door machines. These are easy £40 all day long, and I paid a £5. Again, it needs testing to make sure it fully works. We sold our last one and it went abroad, so this one should sell just as quick as the other one. This is the aerial, so it's got its aerial again, and like I said in the previous car boot video, the aerial itself, is if it's original, which this one seems to be, is worth 15 quid alone. But I'm very hopeful this one works. Should be another 40 quid added to the kitty. Now this is a beautiful machine. This is a Panasonic DMR EX768. This is a HDD and DVD recorder. Definitely be on the lookout for them beautiful things. Should be I've never had one that hasn't worked. So what this does is records Freeview, and it records DVDs, and you can watch DVDs, and you can record everything through Freeview. So BBC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the good channels. Probably get about 80 to 100 channels on this if you live in a good built-up area. All this being said, I sell these all day long for 50 to 60 quid. It does have its remote. Again, adds so much value, and it just helps boost your listing. If you're gonna get, if you're a potential buyer and you see one with a remote for the same sort of price as the one without a remote, even if it's like £5–10 more, you're going to buy that one because it's fully complete, ready to go. Bish, bash, bosh, 50 quid. We then have an old school Sony iPod dock. Who remembers when Apple used to use them sort of, look at that, that's mad, isn't it? Use that connection. Comes with its power pack, which is always nice, because the power pack is actually worth like 12 to 15 quid alone. If this is working, it should be able to get 35 quid. Just needs an iPod or an iPhone with the old school sort of remote like connection. Crazy, this stuff's still like, I mean, it's still pretty new, right? It just feels ancient since the last time an Apple product was that big pin, which is crazy. But 35 quid all day long. Now this has actually got to be one of the bargains of the day. This is a Smeg. Look at that, Smeg coffee machine thingy mabobby. Look at that, absolutely insane. That color is class. It's nice retro vintage look. Smeg is a phenomenal kitchen appliance brand. I do believe it's missing the actual coffee thing, the drip tray, that's the word. I think it's missing the drip tray, but £2, I could not say no to a Smeg kitchen appliance for 2 smackaroonies. Not too sure on the value. If it was fully working and fully complete, pushing like 80 quid, but because it is missing its drip tray, I'm just gonna say like 50 quid. I think that's fair. I think knocking £40 off for a drip tray is more than fair, but Smeg is a really good brand to be on the lookout for, especially in kitchen appliances. And then a huge shout out to John Luke. Everybody knows John Luke, absolute legend in the freaking game. These are, so he put us onto Folio books. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful thing. And they are like high quality, highly made, no mistakes, unbelievable finish. Look at that, that is a stupid finish to that book. Beautiful, 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 absolute beautiful. I said beautiful about 5 times. It is complete, however it is missing its slip cover case, which is a bit annoying, and 1 or 2 of the books are slightly faded. Paid £12 for the set, but Folio Society, if you ever see that word folio or Folio Society on an edge of a book, definitely look at researching them, because some stupid money. If this was brand new, even pre-owned, you're looking at 200 quid with slipcover. Absolutely crazy. It is obviously used. It's the Lion, the Lit Witch, and the Wardrobe, Narnia. 12 quid. I don't really know what I'm going to put a price on. I need to do a little bit of research. It's fourth print, and I've seen fourth print go for like 200, 250 quid. Again, I'll leave some screenshots around. I think we're going to go 150. 150 quid. I think that's fair. It is, like I said, it's missing the slip cover, but actually, they are in really good condition. Like, they're proper nice. So yeah, definitely be on a lookout for Folio Society books. A little bit of a fail. £1 paid for All Saints earrings. Probably looking at like 15 quid, maybe 20 if I'm lucky. All Saints is a really good brand. Just unfortunate the earrings aren't so good. But £1 into 15 money is definitely safe with that. So that's all the hard goods and the clothing. And now I'm going to flip the camera around and show you all the trainers that we picked up. And I can tell you now, guys, there is a lot of trainers to go through. So I'm going to try and do it super duper quick, and then give you a grand total on the price of what we're looking to get back on eBay for all the trainers. Would you Adam and Eve it? Look at all of these trainers. These are the trainers that we picked up at the car boot. There is a grand total of 41 pairs of trainers here. Some notable ones over there. We've got the CDGs, which come in at about 50 quid, which is absolutely crazy. We've got an almost brand new pair of patent leather DMs, which again, probably 50 plus. We have a bit of beaten up sort of Mendel Gore-Tex ones here. So the fact they are beaten up, they might clean up, but for the sake of this video, we have to put a nice comfortable 30 quid on them. We've got a pair of box filling pieces. Again, they sell pretty well for us, 30 quid all day long. A pair of DMS SXs, they sell for 25. Some beautiful pair of Uggs boots. Look at them, stunning. Should be able to get 40 quid. A pair of Keen sandals, the black ones just over there. Them, again, should be 40. A pair of On Clouds. Look at them. The gift that keeps on giving. They should be at least 50 quid. But you can see here, we have some really nice pairs of trainers, 41 in total, and a grand total of at least £1,200 back in the kitty. And breathe. Whew. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest, the bestest, the longest, and the most spent time at a car boot that we have ever done. We spent 4 hours at that car boot, but the total was phenomenal. We got so many great pieces to add to the eBay store. So if you've made it this far, I do honestly appreciate it so much. And if you have made it this far, please do me one huge favor. Smash that like button, because you've obviously liked the video, because you've spent nearly 30 minutes of my time yapping on about selling tat on eBay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you beautiful lot in the next one. Remember to subscribe if you're new around here. Smash that like button before you go. I'll see you beautiful lot in the next one. Bish, bash, flippin' bosh.